Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla, and I want to say thank you for stopping by today. I'm so happy to be here visiting with you guys. And today I am drinking caramel coffee. And actually, it's just not caramel coffee, it was called double caramel. And if you have been here for any length of time, you know I love caramel. So, this month, what I'm doing is I am taste testing this sample box that was sent to me by Denise. It has all kinds of different samplers in here. It's coffees. It says it contains coffee, tea, and chocolate, hot chocolate. Now, I have only poured out one hot chocolate and I have only poured out one tea so far. And this is day 14, and I poured out double caramel coffee. So this is an all mixed 30 count, and it's just a mixture of different coffees and such. And so I've been enjoying that. So far, everything in there has been delish, which I'm not hard to please. I really am. I like most flavors of stuff. There's probably just a few flavors that I don't like, but one of those being like lemon. I'm not crazy about lemon at all. And then anything coconut, I'm allergic to. But other than that, I'm willing to try anything. So that is very good, though. Double caramel. Didn't know that was in there. I already pulled that out. um, we did have some very bad weather to come through. We were safe. I mean, it was bad. Strong winds, hard rain. There was some tornadoes around us, but not here at my house. Not anywhere close to my house, really. Up in Farmerville, some tornadoes wiped out whole neighborhoods, I guess, and I believe there were some deaths in Louisiana from the tornadoes, and so I'm sad about that. And I pray for their families. But I had went to bed, and then I couldn't sleep though. The wind was blowing so hard, and it was raining so hard, and I knew Big Daddy was supposed to be on his way home, and so I was worried about him. So I didn't sleep. I just kept waking up and praying that he would make it home safely, and then I would doze back off and wake back up. But once he got home about 6:30, he come in there and told me he was home and told me how bad it was out there, and then I was just able to go to sleep and took a good nap. But yeah. Now our day today has not gone like it was supposed to at all. I have a doctor's appointment in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is about 2.5 hours away from us. And I had an appointment at like 9:30 this morning. So first off, I really didn't feel like going. Like I didn't feel like getting up and getting ready to go. I just felt too weak and just too exhausted to even get ready to go, much less make that trip and everything. So I got up and did it anyway. I got up, I got my shower, Big Daddy got his shower and got ready, and we got on the road and took off. We got a good ways out of town, not quite the halfway mark, but almost. And the transmission on the truck started messing up. It wouldn't shift. And the Big Daddy pulled over, stopped, turned it off, crank it back up, go reverse, go forward, just different things. And it just was not shifting, I think above third, he said. And so we turned around and came home. I called and canceled the appointment because, I didn't want to get stranded over in Shreveport, 2.5 hours away from home. So, yeah, I had to miss the appointment. My doctor is not going to be happy about that. And in November, I had an appointment for November the 22nd, which was Thanksgiving week. And Big Daddy was already going to be off work Thursday and Friday. And that appointment was on like the Tuesday, I believe. And so he couldn't only work 2 days that week. He had to work at least the 3 days. So I canceled that appointment and rescheduled it for today. And guess what? We didn't make it. And when I went to my doctor, like a week or so ago, whenever that was, he said, "You missed your appointment in Shreveport." And I said, "I know, it was Thanksgiving week and it was just so much going on that week." And he said, "Did you reschedule it?" I said, "Yes, it's, December the 14th. He said, "Okay, you better not miss that appointment." So he'll be real happy to hear that I missed my appointment. It is what it is. There's nothing I could do about it. So I didn't reschedule it because I don't know when I'll get to go, but we'll figure something out. Anyway, so it is December the 14th. I'm just rambling there. So this month, if you haven't been here, and there you just heard me ramble and all this stuff, I'm opening little yarn baggies that my son Dakota fixed for me this month to open each day, and I'm getting a new surprise color, and I'm adding that into this Ruana that I'm making. It is a wrap. Okay, that's what I'm just going to call it, a wrap. And so it is turning out really nice. I love how all the colors are working up so well together. Like, it's so surprising because my son says the colors are random in the bags. And so I really like that blue, how it popped, and that white pop, that pink pop, and now the green pop. And guess what? All these pretty colors are going to be down at my rear in the back, so I'm not going to even see them. So the way I'm making this wrap is, this is the back, the bottom. It's going to come up my back, and it's got 2 panels to come over my shoulders. So I'm hoping when it comes over my shoulders, I'm hoping I have some pretty colors there. And that's not where all the ugly colors end up. Really, there's no ugly colors, but I just like the way these are turning out together. I love how that's popping on each other. So we'll see how it turns out when it goes over my shoulders. Okay, so this is my second time to record this because I was recording, and all of a sudden I just looked up and I realized it wasn't recording. So I already opened my bag. Here's my day 14 bag. I opened it and tied it into my project, and I'm just talking away and just carrying on, and guess what? It wasn't recording. But I'm here now, and this is the surprise that my son had stuck in the bag. It is a big old hair clip, and I surely needed this. I have some little bitty tiny hair clips. Okay, my hair is in a ponytail right now. But I can't put it in a ponytail by myself. So, and I can't sleep with it out without being in a ponytail. Yes. And so, if Big Daddy's not home, I can't put my hair in a ponytail. And then I try to lay down to take a nap, and hair is just all in my face and around my neck, and I can't stand that. So, I had some little bitty hair clips, and I was trying to pin it up on top of my head. That's what I've been doing. Taking about 2 of those and trying to clip it to the top of my head just to get it off my neck and stuff. And that looks like a hot mess, and it doesn't stay. So maybe this will help. Yes, I'm so glad to get this. I hope it's not too big. My hair is getting pretty thin. It's really getting thin. Like this used to be much thicker, and now it just feels so thin. Anyway, so I opened the bag already, and this is the color that I'm going to be adding in. It is this gold, and I think this gold is going to look really pretty up against this green. So, so that's what I'm going to do. I've got my gold tied in, and I'm ready to crochet now. So I'm just going to start with a double crochet in that very first stitch. Always just chain one and then double crochet into that very first stitch. I know some people like chain three and then double crochet into the next stitch, but to me that makes it harder to keep your sides straight. And I learned this from Crystal at Vago Day. If you just chain one and double crochet right into that very first stitch, it keeps your sides so much straighter. So that's what I do. I am going to double crochet, chain one, and double crochet. I think that's what I'm going to do on this row. I do plan on doing like some puff stitch rows and maybe the star stitch and all that. But I tell you what, I'm not going to waste doing the star stitch where it's going to be at my bottom, okay? The part that I'm going to be sitting on is not going to be star stitches, okay? Because to me, that's not a favorite stitch to do, you know, because it takes up those two rows to do that. And I don't want to put that much effort into something that I'm not even going to see because I'm going to be sitting on that part. So when it comes over my shoulders, I will be putting in more star stitches. I'll be doing the star stitch puff stitches and more fan stitches and stuff like that. I just don't see doing all that for a section that I'm not even going to see. You get me? So I did want to ask a question though. I had asked earlier in the month if you were going to be home by yourself on Christmas Day, that you plan a little special something for yourself. You know, plan yourself a little cookie party, tea party, a special meal, you know, something for your day. And so I wanted to ask, have you been working on that? You know, have you come up with something? Do you have some ideas? Are you working towards that? Um, you know, I've said this before. I say this a lot. You know, just because you're going to be home alone by yourself doesn't mean that you can't celebrate yourself and have fun and celebrate Christmas. Or, you know, if you don't celebrate Christmas in general, then just celebrate the day and have yourself a good old time. So don't don't wait on others to bring you joy. Bring yourself some joy. Plan your day ahead of time and figure out what you're going to do. Make preparations to have, you know, whatever snacks or foods or whatever that you want to have for that day so that it can be a special day for you, even if you are home alone. If I was going to be home alone by myself, I would be planning a cookie party or something, you know. I'd be planning like ice cream or something. Who knows? But I would definitely plan something for myself. But our boys are going to come over and they are fixing breakfast, is what they have said. So that's what's on the menu here at the Miller house that day. Our oldest son did start a new job, and I am so excited for him, and he loves it. Last night, I talked to him, and he sounded so good. The job he had as a pastry chef in a restaurant, he liked it fine. This restaurant has a high turnover because I will tell you the owner of the restaurant, I won't say his first name, but a lot of people, the employees there, they call him, his first name Ramsay, as in Gordon Ramsay, if that tells you anything. Because he will come in there screaming, hollering, throwing stuff, and all that kind of stuff. And so they have a high turnover, and a lot of people quit often. And he doesn't always replace employees. And so my son Dakota had gotten stuck doing the job of 3 people. And that was a lot. That's a lot on him. And so he was working, like, he would go in some mornings at 6:30 in the morning and have to work as late as 1 something in the morning sometimes. And he wasn't only working for the restaurant, he was doing stuff that needed to be done, pastries and stuff for the coffee shop also. And it was just getting too much on him, too much. He didn't have any free time for anything. Um, and it was just a lot of stress. And so I could tell he was stressed, and I've been worried about him. You know, we mamas, we worry about our kids, whether they, want us to or not. And so I've been really worried about him. And I will tell you this, another employee that works there, this owner rode him so hard. I'm just going to say he used him so hard that he ended up committing himself to the psych ward at the hospital. And so ever since then, I've kind of had a fear that he was going to just use Dakota to that point, which Dakota has us to talk to and bounce ideas and stuff off of and everything. And I don't know that other guy has family. From what I understand, he might not. But anyway, I've just been worried about my kid because even though he's 30, I've been worried about him because I know this guy, the owner of that restaurant, was using him and working him, just so hard, and then getting mad when things, wasn't perfect. Such as one day last week, he came into the restaurant and threw a fit and jumped on Dakota really bad and threw a fit because the cinnamon rolls that Dakota made on Saturday at the coffee shop was stale on Tuesday. Was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, they're going to be stale. Yeah, that's what happens. And he was mad about it. And Dakota was like, yeah, they're stale after 4 days. By that 4th day, they're going to be stale. And he was not happy. Um, he was all upset about it. And I told Dakota, I said, look for another job. You do not have to put up with his crap. Look for another job. And so he put in some applications at a couple places, and instantly he got an email wanting him to come in and talk. And this person knew who he was. It's a bakery. And Dakota had said, when I said, look for another job, he said, I don't know if there's anything out there. And but he said, but at this point, I'd be more happy decorating cakes at a grocery store bakery. Because that is Dakota's passion, is baking and decorating and creating. He likes to be creative and not do the same recipes every day. Yeah, that's boring to him. That would be boring to me, especially when you're creative and you like to do that kind of stuff, because Dakota has done some amazing cakes and just all kinds of different, fun things that you're just like, oh my gosh, you made that? So Dakota put some applications in. Used to, before he worked there, he worked at a pet store. He was a manager, assistant manager, or whatever at a PetSmart, yeah. And so, and he used to bake here at home and sell his baked goods. You know, he would deliver them to people who ordered and stuff like that. And so he would always take pictures of that stuff and put it on Instagram and all that. He hasn't had time to do all that stuff since he's been working those super long hours doing the jobs of three people. And, but anyway, he put in some applications, sent resumes or something. Well, this particular lady, when she saw his name, she knew exactly who he was. She had been following him for years, but she also noticed that he hadn't been making stuff, but she knew where he was working. So she contacted him to come in, and he went in for a 2.5 hour interview and got the job. So it is at a bakery, and he is going to be able to just bake and be creative and do all that kind of stuff that he loves. So I'm so happy for him, and he is so happy too. Tuesday, he told me, he said, for the last couple of months, he said, I've just felt bad, and it's been hard to get up to go to work. Although he don't miss work because he's got bills to pay. um, he said it's just hard to get up and go, and it's just, um, I felt bad. I haven't felt good. And then ever since he had that interview on Sunday, he said that he has felt so much better just knowing he didn't have to go back. So, yeah, he quit. And he's already started his new job, and he loves it. Anyway, I'm so happy for him. Anyway, all right, well, let's see what this yellow is looking like on the screen. That pops and looks so good. I love that, right? I do like that. I think that that's going to be very pretty. And like I said, unfortunately, that's the part that I'm going to be sitting on, so I won't be able to see it. Well, guys, I'm going to let you all get going, and I'm going to take this in there and try to warm up my hands and finish crocheting this up and watch a movie. And I will be back and visit with you guys later. Have a great day. I will see you all again soon. Bye, friends.